sitting on the fence about joining the permanent jewellery world, and I'm going to answer some questions that our DMs have been filled with. Is permanent jewellery too saturated? Has the trend already blown over? The answer, no. We have had so many people still ask to this day, what is permanent jewellery? People think you're tattooing their skin, people think you're piercing their skin. We have been in so many high footfall areas, and there is still such a market for people that don't know what it is. Not only that, there's still so many locations within the UK, in Europe, that don't have permanent jewellery yet, or it's not that close to them in their house. So it is still a growing market and will continue to be. All you have to do is look at the US. They have been doing permanent jewellery for nearly 5 to 6 years now, and the industry is booming. There is so many things that you can add to your permanent jewellery business, so the permanent jewellery isn't just your sole service. So there is more that comes from it than just training in permanent jewellery. Is permanent jewellery a side hustle or a full-time income? It can be whatever you want it to be. Me and Taylor has made it our full-time income, and we enjoy the permanent jewellery world so much. Some of our students have done it as a side hustle, something they do on like a Saturday, and just pop-ups here and there. It is yours to make it as busy or as little as you want. The great thing about permanent jewellery is the high profit margin. So you'll make back what you've put in very quickly, and you can enjoy £1,000 days at a pop-up. But let's talk some numbers. Say you charge £50 for a bracelet, 5 clients, that's £250 a day. So you really don't have to do a lot of work to be able to make a lot of money. So that £250 will turn into £1,750 per week, and that's for doing just a few hours work. We've had many times where we've done a private pop-up or an event, and in a few 3 to 4 hours we've earned over £1,000. So you can earn very quickly, and the great thing about it is because the stock that you have to then put back into it doesn't cost a lot. So the high profit margins is what everybody does love within the industry. If you want to see more of our student stories, please visit our YouTube and our website, and feel free to contact us. I do think there's not much clarity at the moment. Permanent jewellery industry is very new to the UK. It's growing very fast, and I think there is a lot of unknowns. So I'm going to break it down of what you need and where you need to start, because we get this question so much. So technically there isn't actually an official license that you need in the UK to be able to do permanent jewellery. So you don't need to be accredited, you don't need a license or a certificate to be able to do permanent jewellery. Now, that being said, you may say, well, if I don't need to, why bother doing training? Now, I completely understand that question, because I thought the same when I started, until I picked up the tools and I realised how difficult it actually is. Now, if you don't need a license for permanent jewellery, why bother training? Here is why. Permanent jewellery may look simple. You pick up the tools, you're welding something. Now, you may be like me and Taylor to begin with. We had no jewellery experience of making jewellery at all. So it was a completely new world. We also have had students that have done jewellery and still struggled with permanent jewellery. So it is something you can pick up, but you need to know what you're doing. Without those correct steps, you could literally slightly adjust what you're doing and it could go a completely different way. So yes, you don't need a license to do it. Would training be beneficial for you? Yes. It will get you to your destination a lot faster, and it's so much easier if someone just shows you what you're doing. Without proper training, you do risk damaging your brand. And now why I say that is things like this can happen. So you might have a messy weld, and what that means is that it's going to break easy. You don't want to be known for your brand and the welds always breaking. You don't want to burn your client or damage the machine that you've just invested in. You don't want to be wasting money on too much stock, the wrong size. We get that so often. People come to us, I've done an online training and now I've got loads of size of chain and I can't use it. So you need to have someone that you can sit down with and you can go, look, this is what you need, this is what you need to order. It saves so much money in the long run. Another thing that is good about just training with someone and not doing it solo is you have hands-on experience. You have someone with you guiding you the whole way. Like I said, slight adjustments makes the world of difference. Knowing how to use the machine and just knowing what to do and what not to do makes such a difference to how your result becomes. And you have a proven business blueprint. With all of our students, we are completely open on what did work for us, what we wasted money on, what was worth the time and not worth the time. We have all that data to give you and to say, this is what you need to do to be successful. And you have that support and insider knowledge. So all our students are added to a chat. They're all together. They're all being able to help each other when they get stuck on things, and we are there forever for them. So if you want to skip trial and error with permanent jewellery and just want a successful business, I highly recommend training. That also leaves us with the last question of, do you need insurance? Now, do you need insurance to be a permanent jewellery artist? Yes. You don't need a license, and you don't actually need to be trained by an ABT accredited company, but you do need insurance. Now, why I say that is because it's covering you and your customers. And within the UK, obviously, regulations and laws are very strong, and I would recommend having insurance. We have a lot of people ask, can I be insured if I haven't been trained by an ABT accredited? Yes, you can. There is so much online saying, I'm struggling with insurance. We have so many students that have completely fine and got insurance straight away. With our training course, we will sit down with you and get your insurance with you. We will guide you through it. So this isn't something that does need to be a grey area. I do see a lot within this field that it is a grey area. But because there isn't set regulations and a set license for permanent jewellery yet in the UK, it's a bit unknown and it can be missold to you. But you don't need to be trained by an ABT accreditor. You don't need a license, but you do need to be insured, and those two things don't affect if to get insurance. That being said, I am not against ABT or CBT or anything accredited. A course is amazing if it has been accredited. It means the course has been thoroughly checked, and to make sure that the teachings are great. We are accredited ourselves, so I'm fully not against it, but it is something we get asked often, and I just wanted to clear up the air of, to get insured, you don't need to be ABT accredited. Now, this may change depending on what insurance you go with and who you go with, but there is so many insurance companies out there, so it's not something you need to worry about. And again, we are here to help you and guide you through it. How long does it take to learn permanent jewellery, and how quickly can you get started? The length of time it takes to learn permanent jewellery depends on your commitment, your practice, and your experience level. Now, our students have struggled with their eyesight. Some people have struggled with the tools. Everybody does seem to struggle with something different, but that is why we're here to guide you and help you through each individual step of the permanent jewellery. You will start from the beginning all the way to the end, even up to how to market your business. For every single one of our students that we've had, a full day is enough for you to know everything about the permanent jewellery world and how to do permanent jewellery. From then onwards, it's about practice, and you'll get quicker and more confident with it. The key with all of this is practice makes perfect. Do you need previous experience to join the permanent jewellery world? No. We've had people from all different backgrounds, from police officers to beauticians to someone that worked for the pilots. We've done so many students that have had such different backgrounds. Me and Taylor's background was not jewellery, so you do not need to be a jeweller to have to join the permanent jewellery world. That being said, if you do choose the right trainers, you will be taught about the jewellery and how to join the permanent jewellery world. So it's not something you have to be worried about. Our courses are great for beginners. Everyone starts from the same level and grows. This is a day course, so it is something you can pick up within a day. Some people master it and by lunch they have got it. Some people take a little bit longer. The thing with permanent jewellery is practice makes perfect. I always say to my students, afterwards, you just want to keep practicing. And it is one of those things, the more you do, the more easy. I'm doing this because it's what you do when you're doing permanent jewellery, but the more you do, the more you'll master it. By the end of the jewellery course, by the end of the training course, you will fully know what you're doing, and you will fully understand what the whole steps are with the whole process. We wouldn't give someone a certificate or turn you away if you still haven't got it. We would carry on with you that day to make sure you've mastered it. How soon can you make money from your permanent jewellery training day? Straight away. We have so many students that have literally done our training day, felt a little bit nervous but confident in what they're doing, and started the following week. We have so many case studies on our website that you can read of people that have just put in the effort, put in the commitment, and have succeeded straight away. It all depends on how fast you apply what we've taught you on the day, how much you practice afterwards, and how committed you are really. The more you just take on board what we've said, we give you a blueprint of what does work and doesn't work, you can start earning money as little as the next day. How much space is needed to be able to do permanent jewellery? Now, some people have been adding permanent jewellery as an extra to their business. Some people have been doing it as pop-up or hosting permanent jewellery days. Some people have been doing it from home. So I'm going to show you how much space you actually do need and what you will need. You're going to need a little table and desk and 2 chairs. Now, you can make your stand as big and stand out as you want, or you can just keep it small and simple. The good thing about jewellery is it is all about being simple and luxury. You want people's eyes to be drawn to your brand, but more so the jewellery and the meaning of permanent jewellery. You just want to make sure you've got enough space for your equipment, your customer, and your tools. As long as you've got that, that's all you need. What makes our permanent jewellery training different from other trainers? Now, this is no way at all putting shame or doubt on other trainers. There are some amazing trainers out there, but this is just what makes us stand out. It's our blueprint of success. We don't just teach you what to do. We have lived it, we are currently living it, and we will guide you through it. Give you the exact blueprint that has given us the success to you so you can do it your way. Our training covers everything from how to weld, the materials, understanding jewellery lingo, to knowing the machinery, into marketing and how to thrive within the industry. So you will have that ongoing support from the day you start with us until the rest of your time. You're going to save money. Now, the reason I say that is because me and Taylor have all the data to show you and to give you to say, yeah, don't bother about time doing this or going to that show or doing these events. We've been there, we've done that. We know what works and what doesn't work within the field. We are not just trainers, we are permanent jewellery artists too. So it's good for the fact of we can say, look, this is where you want to focus your time and effort, not so much here, and you want to change this and do that, because we have spent the money and time doing it for a whole year, and we can give you that so you can save money and do it that way. How does parties and events work for permanent jewellery? I'm going to explore some options with you where you can have a fun, unique experience for your customers or loved ones. Now, permanent jewellery is a perfect kind of add-on to any kind of event, say parties, bridal showers, we've done weddings, we've done corporate events. It's something that will stand out, and it's something that is unique to your general things that you have at these events. The first one is a pop-up station. Now, this can be for any type of corporate event, any type of fun activity event, or it can be for any kind of special occasion event. And how this works is you'll have your permanent jewellery artist there with a nice display. Guests can come and go as they please and get permanent jewellery done. The other way to do it is private parties. So we've had many people have their family, their friends, a dinner, where we go to their house and they have the permanent jewellery artist there, and they can have jewellery done in the comfort of their own home. The other way, which is one of my favourites, is weddings. Now, we love to be at people's weddings. I am a sucker for love. This is how to incorporate permanent jewellery at your wedding. Now, this is a really special, sentimental thing that people can do as similar to like a favour. It's something someone can remember about the wedding day, and it's always gone down as a hit. We always have queues of people. So many people have done the permanent jewellery pop-up during, say, when they're getting their photos done, or if there's a break in between, say, the ceremony and dinner. It's something to kind of give to your guests, and it always does go down as a hit. There's a few ways to have this at your wedding. So if you are interested, I will send you over a PDF of how to incorporate it. But here's 3 options that you can do. The first one being is the morning of the wedding. So you can have your bridal shower or groom shower, and then we will come there of the morning while you're getting ready, set up, and then they can come and get it done. It's a nice kind of sentimental thing to have. The other option is we have a pop-up display at your wedding, and you pray for your guests prior. So you will say, okay, we want you there for 3 hours, and your guests can come and go as they please, and they can have bracelets, anklets, and they can come and have it done at the station. The other way is to have it done prior. So say if you're at a hen party or you want something special to do prior to your wedding day, then we can do something for that.